Hi everyone, I'm Zoe and welcome back to Zoe's Colourful Creations. Well, let's get the chat up. Whew, I'm really hot. I've just been setting up and getting everything organised for this stream, as it was kind of a spur of the moment decision. Let's get our volume right down and let's get chat up. Video, live stream. Yeah, there we go. Chat filter, all messages. Hello everybody. Oh gosh, I am so warm. Right, the purpose of today's video is I wanted to play with my watercolours, basically. And I thought, let's do this as like a new kind of series on the channel called Let's Play. So we're going to be working with watercolours in this episode, maybe alcohol markers in another, water-based markers in another, pencils in another, that kind of thing. Hi Anne, welcome, good morning, well good afternoon. So I thought I would start with watercolours, because if you haven't seen my haul video from the other day, we were talking about watercolours on in these kind of books, these French books. This one specifically says à l'aquarelle, which is watercolour. So I did flag a couple of pages in here, and there is some sections, or a piece at the back of the book where you can test watercolours on here. So I thought we would try out this paper. I'm wanting to try a couple of different things. So we'll try out watercolouring on there. I also have Carolina Kubikowska's Memories postcards. And I would like to try out my watercolours on these. So I'm not sure which page I'm going to pick yet. I'm just going to see whatever takes my fancy, basically. Try out watercolours on that paper. And then also rainforest watercolour. Now I have tried this paper in another book, the Woodland watercolour. It's a beautiful paper to work on, so we can have a little play in here as well, if we get around to it. Morning Jeanette. Hi Patricia, welcome, welcome. Hello everyone. So, let's start off with doing sort of things for basics. So if you're not acquainted with watercolours, if you're intimidated by them, I'm going to do like a little quick run through of some things that I have, that I use. So first off, water, obviously. This is the Faber-Castell watercolour pot. It's collapsible and it's like a travel cup. So that's what I use. It's about £3 on Amazon UK, really inexpensive. Then you want watercolours. These are the Mungio Gallery ones. I got these from eBay and they were not £24.99. They were about £8–10, something like that. And they also have a pastel set. And I believe these Mungio watercolours are actually Prima watercolours in a different name branding, if you like. So let's take them out to show you. I have used these a few times. They are very pigmented, as you'll see by these swatches. They are very, very pigmented. I'm not as familiar with these ones as others. As you can see, my tray has been used and loved. It's a good sign. But yeah, they're very pigmented. I need to usually water these down a little bit more than what I usually would. So we have that set. So I'm going to be playing with those, and the other ones I'm going to be playing with, let's just move those to one side, do not fall. are the Kuretake Gansai Tambi. Now these are slightly different because they're creamy. So they're kind of in between a gouache and a watercolour, but I water them down quite a bit so they're more sort of watercoloury than creamy. I hope that makes sense. I don't like working with thick watercolour. So we're going to be playing with those as well. And this is the full set with these two. As you can see, not all swatched yet, but as I use a colour, I swatch it. And then I also have the glittery ones, the metallics. Here is the metallic chart, which is all filled in, because these have been used quite a bit. So, not sure if we're playing with metallic today, but I brought them out to show you anyway. So those are the paints that I'm using. You can use anything you have. Morning, Millie. Oh, I've been looking at these. The Gansai Tambi, they're really nice. I always have a bit of paper towel. This is just kitchen paper towel, just to dab my brush off on so it's not too wet. And then we go to palettes. I have 3 different kinds of palettes here to show you. So we have my favourite kind of palette, which is the ceramic palette, because the watercolour will fill this and it won't pull to one specific area on your palette. Whereas with something like a plastic palette like this, as you can see, it just always goes to one area. You can't get it to sort of lay a flat coat out. It just beads in one area. So these little wells here are fine to work with, but I still prefer my ceramic one. And then we have the Caran d'Ache palette, which I haven't actually used for watercolours yet. I've used it for Neocolours, and that's it. So yeah, we can play and learn together. And then lastly, I don't know what these bits are that keep going in my palette, but they need to bugger off. Lastly, we have paintbrushes. I choose to store mine in this cute little Peter Rabbit tin, and I saw this on Rebecca at the Art Spirits channel and fell in love with it. So I've got some brushes in here I haven't used yet. These are for acrylics, watercolour, oils, pretty much everything. And I got these from a craft store in Skegness actually. Then I have these ones, which are filberts. I like working with a filbert, different sizes. I have some here that have been used, but I always keep them in their plastic wrappings. Don't ask why, I'm a weirdo. We have the Derwent water pens. This is the really big flat one that I never used. But for watercolouring, I don't like to use watercolour, like water brush pens, because the water is constantly flowing out and you can't control how much you want to use on your page. So I don't recommend using these for watercolour painting. I have this small travel set, which I got from Temu, and these are lovely. They cost me about £3 something. They're lovely. They're little travel ones that screw together, and they keep their tip lovely. And yeah, they come in 3 different sizes: a small, a medium, and a large. As you can see, the small is what gets used the most, because I don't very often do washes. And then in here I just have a random assortment of all different paintbrushes I've used over the years. Again, some that I haven't used yet. These Zoo Ting ones that I got from Amazon. But yeah, paintbrush for all occasions. Okay, so now we've shown the materials, let's try playing. How are you all today? Obviously, again, use what you have. You don't have to go out and buy anything specific. If you have a cheap set of watercolours, that will work absolutely fine. Love the Gansai Tambi, me too. So first off, I want to play in this one because, as I said at the start, this is the book we were looking at on my haul video and wondering how well it actually takes watercolour. So we're going to play. Hi Rach, morning, or afternoon, how are you? So I did flag a couple of pages in here to try. We've got this one here, which I thought was a cute little summery scene. Probably want to try some wet on wet technique for the sky there. See if we can get this nice sort of blend that they've got. And the other one I really liked was this whale because it was quite small and compact. Again, I'm not great with watercolours, but I don't mind having a play to try. So I think what we will do first, that's such a cute page there, is maybe paint this blue paintbrush at the back here because there's nothing on the other side of it to ruin, and test out how they actually perform on here. So we will try the Mungyo Gallery ones first. Morning Kimberlyn, hi Dawn. I'm alright, having a baking day. Ooh, just made a brownie. Came out good, although forgot baking paper at the shop this morning. So back here to get some, brownies, yum. Right, so I think I'm going to use maybe this cobalt blue. No, I'm not going to use the Prussian blue, watered down. So I need my messy mat down as well, really. Eek. Let's get a paintbrush, that's a good start. I'm going to play with Old Faithfuls. Who'd have thought that, you know, your favourite paintbrushes would be £3 off Temu? Okay, let's get this loosened up. And we're going to try the Prussian blue. I'm going to put a bit of that in my palette. And we want this kind of consistency. Nice and loose, but still fairly pigmented. Let's move that out of the way. Now, do I want to try wet on wet? Because that is. Okay, so what I'm doing is cleaning my brush off. And I'm not going to like dab it on my paper towel, I'm just going to leave it wet. And then just paint on the water. See how the paper reacts to that. And then before it soaks in, we're going to grab some watercolour and splotch it on. And the good thing with watercolour is you don't have to do it all at once, you work in layers to get your depth. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see. That's not come through at all. It's not buckled the paper at all. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. And you're going to go into town today. Nice, Dawn. Okay, let's follow this down and paint the bottom of the paintbrush with water. So this is called the wet on wet technique or method, and it's where you're applying a layer of water and then putting watercolour on top while it's still wet. And I don't do anything different with my paintbrush than what I do when I'm colouring. I just colour with a paintbrush. Okay, so that is that layer. We can let that dry and then we can build up some depth on it because there are some dark tones here, especially at the top. So let's try a grey for the barrel. Obviously we're going to have to mix that. I'm going to grab a bit of black. Like so. And then my first colour to run out all the time is white. And the white's quite good in this one at the moment. And it's not like a grey, I would say this is like a warm grey at the moment. We're going to add a touch of blue to it because it's more like a blue grey. That needs a tiny bit more. Okay, that's a little bit better. I'll rinse my paintbrush. That is a very thin paintbrush. None of mine are that fine. I need one like that. What number is this? I can't see the number anymore. I've used it that much. I can't make out what it is. I think it's... I have no idea. Let's see what the other two are in here. This one's an 8. So I'd say this is maybe a 4. And then obviously the thicker one's even thicker. I think that's like a 12 or something. 10, 12. Yeah, 12. Obviously the smaller the paintbrush, the less water it holds. And for working in colouring books, you don't need a lot of water on your paintbrush because it's just going to destroy the paper. Okay, so let's re-wet that paintbrush. We're going to paint on some water for the barrel. Just going to go over all of this here. And being careful not to go over the lines, because everywhere that you put water is where the watercolour will spread to. It's like mine on here went slightly over. I have no understanding of how they are sized. Me either. They're just numbered. Me either. We're in this together, Kimberlyn. You see how that's spreading down. Okay. And then we'll do the same for the tip, because the tip of this particular paintbrush is grey as well. We will paint on the water. And then paint on the paint. Like so. You get your brushes at the art store. Nice, Dawn. Do you like watercolour painting, Dawn? Okay, so I think our blue is now nice and dry. Let's check again behind. It is not bleeding through, it's not buckling the paper, nothing. We are safe to use watercolours on this paper. Just have to be gentle with them. Which I'm really happy about, because these are really lovely and sort of painterly looking illustrations. Okay, so what I'm doing now is putting some more Prussian blue in my paint palette. And I'm going to go over the areas on the picture that are slightly darker. And I'm going to do this dry. Oops, to put our shadows in. And this is my second layer. Not going to be too perfect about it. And then it's kind of a bit darker down here, but not really. Just going to sort of put my own touch on the page. Because even though these are here for inspiration, you still need to sort of colour/paint it how you would paint it. Okay, so I've done that. Now I'm going to get a clean brush, still wet, and soften these edges so they're not as harsh. So you're effectively reactivating the watercolour. Like so. Nice, Dawn. My allergic reactions are continuing in my eyes. I'm heading to urgent care today. Sorry to pop in and then disappear, but I'm sitting here having a reaction. Oh, don't worry, Kimberlyn. Your eyes are way more important. Do not worry at all. I hope your eyes are okay. Do let us know, you know, keep us informed. I hope they're okay. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I have been using my Albrecht Dürer in Inklings for Colour with Claire's challenge. The paper managed, but nothing like this. Inklings, yeah, Johanna Basford's paper's not good for watercolour. If I just grab my copy. I am intrigued to try the the Marabou one, I've actually ordered a new copy of Small Victories in the French form. This is one that I did. I did watercolour with this shiny bit here, and it's buckled and yeah, it's all crinkly. So not great. The ceramic flower palette is my favourite also, yeah. Okay, let's get some bit more water on my brush. It's taking quite a bit to reactivate this watercolour though that I've already put down that's dried, which is interesting. Usually you can sort of, on normal watercolour paper, you can tease that a lot more. It's starting to shadow there. You can usually tease it a lot more and reactivate it a lot easier than that. So that's interesting. Just try a circular motion just to see if we can pick that pigment up again. That's not too bad. Not bad. I've been managing it for 7 days now and they're still itching, slightly swollen. Time for a doctor. Thanks. You're welcome, hun. I hope they managed to give you some relief. Yeah, like a strong antihistamine or something. Okay, I'm just going to keep playing with this and seeing if I can get rid of these sort of lines and blending it out. I want it to be as smooth as possible. I'm allowing it to dry each time, so I'm not putting, you know, lots of water on. Come on, loosen up. It just shows you that it's not watercolour paper, but it does behave. It does, it's manageable. Okay, so in order to do the really dark blue sections, mine's not the same colour as that, because this is a 24 palette. I know you can make whatever colour you want, but you know, I'm going to add a little bit of black in with my blue to darken it. I'm going to add some more blue. Just looking at that image, it's really sort of quite black at the top. And 100% I don't recommend you mixing paints on your books like I am right now, so don't do that. going to try that. Didn't know you can mix them on that. Yeah, this is a ceramic palette, Dawn. Don't mix them on your book. I'm mixing it in a palette. Okay, so what I'm going to do is wet my brush and dab it off on the pot. I'm going to put just a tiny bit too much water on there. I'm going to drag this down here a bit so we can put some of this dark colour in and get it to spread easier. And then the same with this section down here. I want to be careful of the cat's head. Just get the tiniest little bit. And create a shadow down there. Hi Hannah, hi Adele. Can't stay long, got an appointment, we'll watch back, no worries. This is Drôle de Chat. It is. It is, we're playing. We're not bleeding through. Yes, we are playing. I'm also going to put a little bit of water here. And apply that there. And dab off my brush. And pick up the excess, not access. Like so. I'm gonna re-wet my brush, and while that's wet, try and soften the edges. Yay! Okay, I'm going to go in with a bit of cobalt blue into another palette. Because I'm hoping this will give us more of a bluey toned than this tone we have here. So I'm going to rinse my brush off and dab it off a tiny bit. Go over the whole paintbrush with water and then apply a thin coat of the cobalt blue just to give us a bit more of a bluey coloured paintbrush. And if you want to get sort of the splotchy effect that's on this page here, can't see because this is in the way. If you want to get this kind of splotchy effect while it's wet, you can make some dabs and it'll lift it off. There we go, I'm happy with that. Zoom out a bit. I think you can see better of everything when I zoom out a bit. I'm going to do the same down here. I'll wet my brush, dab it off a tiny bit. Cover this whole bottom section with water. And paint on a bit of this cobalt blue. give us more of a bluey blue. Like so. I'm happy with that. Okay. And let's go up to our metal section of the paintbrush. I'm going to use this sort of dark blue grey that I made because I think that's okay. I'm going to draw a line down the side of the paintbrush here and along the bottom here. And then just drop in some of this dark blue grey. Like so. Wet my brush, dry it off, smooth out the edges. Rinse and repeat. What do you think, Adele? Do you think you can work with that? Okay, I'm gonna paint a very fine line on the edge. It's dry now, but I just want to paint a very fine line just to give it some definition, like so. Well, I don't see the book closely, but on camera the paper looks fine. I can zoom in a bit if you'd like. There's no like mottling, there's no pilfering, there's no buckling at all. So that's the back. And this is up close. I'm really happy with it. I mean, I won't be able to judge crinkliness and such on the screen. There is none. There's none. Thank you, Dawn. Okay, I'm going to finish off this paintbrush. Right, so I'm going to put some water on the tip here, bring it down this side, and at the base of the paintbrush here, grab our mixture which is drying up, tiny bit of water to reactivate it and mix it. And while it's wet, rinse off the brush, dab it off, smooth out. Rinse and repeat. There we go. Looks nice so far. None of those annoying dots, yeah, that seems to happen. No, I'm not finding any of that. It's applying quite nicely. Just waiting for that to dry slightly so I can do my finer dark line on the edge. Hi everyone that's lurking, welcome to the stream. Feel free to jump in and say hello. It's always nice to talk to viewers. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over that again with a very fine line of paint, neat paint on dry. Paper. Words. There we go. And that is our paintbrush. Hi Auntie Chris, good morning, how are you? We are playing with watercolours in a few different books to test out how they perform. So this is one of the French books, The Rôle de Chat. This one, The Rôle de Chat, and it performed really nicely. That's my palette there. Just thinking I may want to come down here with a tiny bit of that darker colour. Like so. So I'm going to let that dry properly and pop it to one side. And now we are going to try a Karolina Kubikowska postcard. Now I'm hoping they'll be okay on this paper because it's really thick cardstock. Oh, it's two there. So we will see. I'm going to have a flick through. I love the little kitty going for a swim in paint water, yeah. Just going to pick a postcard depending on how I feel. In here we've got spirits of Easter, spring memories, summer memories, autumn memories and winter memories. So let's see what we fancy painting. Okay, so now we're in spring memories because that first section was Easter. Do like this bee. I know Jess would approve. There's a gorgeous kingfisher there. This hedgehog's cute. Okay, then we go into summer memories. That's cute. I don't necessarily want to pick one that is my favourite, if that makes sense, because if the paint doesn't work very well on here, I don't want to mess up a favourite one, so... There's a flower. Wouldn't mind trying on there. There's a mermaid. Quite summery with the palms and the ferns. This isn't a favourite because of the eyeball, so could potentially do that. I like that, so don't really want to do that one. Cute bunny, yeah, there's some lovely illustrations in here. There's an ice cream. And then we go into autumn memories. So maybe the eyeball flower. Or we have this flower. I'm going to go for this one because I'm not as drawn to this one. Hi Paula. Just popping in for a bit while I colour, no worries. Good morning, how are you? Okay, let's see, what colour shall we do our flower? I'm going to do one of the leaves first, just to try it. Has this paper got a sheen to it? No. Okay. I'm going to mix up a nice sort of olivey green. We do have one here called olive green. I'm going to put some of that in my palette. I want it a bit more greeny than that though, because that's quite a yellow green. So we'll mix in a bit of malachite green, I think. These are so pigmented, these watercolours. Okay, let's see what that looks like on our piece of tissue paper. What book are we working at? Sorry, I missed the first part. That's okay. We are testing out a few different books today to see how watercolour behave on them. So the first one I've just tested is Drôle de Chat, which is a French hardback book. And the water performed really nicely on there. Quite happy with my results from that one. And now we are going to try the paper in Karolina Kubikowska's Memories Postcards book. If you have any suggestions of books you'd like me to try watercolouring in, leave your comments. Hi Nif, wasn't expecting this stream. Pleasant surprise, yeah. It's kind of a last minute. I feel like streaming. I feel like painting. Let's combine them. Okay, let's walk that down slightly. Okay, so I'll try the wet on wet technique on this paper to really push it and see how it performs. So I'm going to start off by painting water on this leaf here. does have a slight tinge to it from my paint. Not quite washed my brush off properly. Let's see how you behave, paper. Then I'm going to pick up some of my paint in my paint palette. Dab all of that off because I've got an escapey bit of paint coming out the side there. Okay, that's our first layer. What watercolours are you using? I'm using the Mungio 24 set at the moment. I do have my Gansai Tambis here to try as well. So let's have a look. It's not bled through. It's not buckling. Seems fine. We'll see how it is when it dries into the paper. I'm going to go ahead and base another leaf and then we can work on the second layer. Using text-to-speech today because my hands don't want to work properly. I should have listened yesterday when I stopped streaming earlier, but was having so much fun. Bless you. Oh, Nif. Right, let's paint this big leaf with water. I think I might do one side at a time on this one, just because it is quite a big leaf and I don't want it to dry out before I have a chance to get my paint on there. Paint the other side with water. Yep, it's performing nicely. That's a lovely vibrant green. I've mixed together some olive green with some malachite green, but these watercolours that I'm using are all very vibrant. I water them down quite a bit so they're not as pigmented, because the last thing you want is watercolouring with near like straight pigment. It gives away that watercolory wash feel. Okay, so that's slightly raised the cardstock, I can see. We have slight indentation on the back here. Slight buckling. It doesn't really matter too much because they're, you know, single-sided. But if you want to use these as postcards and be able to write on them and send them to people, you might have an uneven surface on the back to write on. I'm going to let that dry fully, and before we go in with our second coat, and see how it dries. Why do water... What do you mean, Dawn? Why do I put water on before the paint, do you mean? It's a technique called wet on wet. If I show you me just putting the paint on neat on some of these leaves, you'll see that it's a lot more vibrant because it's dry. The cardstock is dry. Let's test it on this one up here. Look. If I put it on dry, it's a lot more richer toned and it doesn't give that painterly feel as much. Still pretty, but I do prefer wet on wet to give more of a nicer look. But if the paper doesn't take water first, you know, wet on wet method, we have to use wet on dry like that. Can you see how much darker that is to that one? Let's do this other leaf while we're here, and then at least they're both the same colour then. Oops, that one out the side there. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. And I'm going to put that to one side and let that dry because I can see that it's still quite wet. Okay, while that is drying, Steve's going to come in and be like, what are all of these books on the floor? Let's show you what it's like to colour in a book that has proper watercolour paper, or paint in a book. This is a Rainforest Watercolour by Claire Therese Gray. Let's find something to do. There's a page of butterflies we could do. Could do one of these. We've got some different leaves we can practice on. Some bugs, moths, spiders, beetles. Little fruit fly, go away. Just pick something to do in here. I might do one of those butterflies, that's gorgeous. Some animals here. I really feel like doing those ones. Quite feel like doing something like this, but I would need a colour palette for it to do like these backgrounds and things. Should we see? Let's have a little play and see what it comes up with. Bear with. Right. Camera. I'm going to take a picture of it. Please create a jungle themed, tropical jungle. We'll go with tropical jungle themed colour palette for this page, comma, and show me a mock image of how it will look. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. Because it's not like a favourite page, this one. I'm not really keen on like tiley things, but if I'm going to practice on it, I do want to have some kind of colour palette in mind for when I finish it. Adding final touches. One last tweak. Let's have a drink. Hydrate, everyone. I have it in my flask today to keep it cold. I think we're getting to another heat wave here in the UK. It's going to be 24 today and the humidity is like 80 something again, which is gross. Come on, ChatGPT. Usually if you go off the app, it performs quicker for some reason. Let's check chat. Maybe you could try colouring with your feet. I'll be okay, just have to take a break for a couple of days, yeah. See, now it's ready. Hope they are better soon, if. Just for fun, yeah. What has it given us? Ooh, look at that. It's kind of pretty. Kind of want the background of these individual pictures to be a different colour though. I like this, but can you make the background of each tiled image a different colour that's cohesive with the page? Okay, we'll come back to chat. Auntie Chris, that's hilarious. I could try it. I don't know that would work, but I definitely wouldn't put that on the internet. I mean, it would make a fantastic video. It would make a fantastic video. Imagine the title card you'd have for that. A massive foot with a paintbrush stuck in between your toe. Painting with my feet. Oh, funny. Didn't Amy colour with her teeth for one of her charity stream challenges? I think she did. I guess you'd get a whole new class of subscribers, yeah. It's something you could probably put on OnlyFans or something. There's like kinks for that kind of stuff, isn't there? Oh my days, it's taken a while to produce this different image for me, isn't it? Come on, there we go. I'm not sure I like that either. I like what they've done, but I would kind of maybe change them around a bit. Like, I wouldn't do a green parrot and blue head and then put blue on the background. I would probably put the blue on the pink and the pink on the blue. So yeah, we'll start with the light blue background, and we'll start up in the top corner on this pink one here. Why have I gone on Instagram? YouTube. Okay, so we want a light blue background. I'm going to use the same watercolours for now, and then we can go like round 2 with the Ganzo Tambies in a bit. So I'm going to go in with cobalt blue again in this little palette up here. Get that nice and loose. Put some white in it. And I'm going to add a touch of Prussian blue to it, just because I want it slightly warmer toned. That's violet, Zoe. Yeah, Mum, give me a bit more. Okay. So we could do this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, which is all of the flowers with the blue background. Then maybe do this one, this one, this one, this one pink, and this one yellow. Maybe, just a thought. Okay, that's, might need a slightly bigger brush for this, we'll see how we go. And I'll have to paint this in sections. So I'm doing wet on wet again, painting water on, and getting a bit of our blue. Look how that spreads on here. I love this watercolour paper. Oh, and also, congrats to England last night for winning 4-2 against Croatia. It was a good match. I got home from Jess's about 7:30, I think. Yeah, about 7:30, and the match started at 9. And yeah, it was a good match. Look how smooth that dries. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it. I'm still waking up, so please imagine the appropriate emoji at the end of my sentences if I forget. You would be the only colouring channel with 90% male audience, right? Might attract some unsavouries, yep. Yeah, you'd want the contrast like red parrot on the other side. I wouldn't put red parrot on red background, no. Hi, Sam. Hi, how are you? Okay, we'll do this little bit here. And around here. Okay, get our paint. How is Sam today? Hope you're good. Can't remember how far I went down with the water now. Just pick some of that pigment up so we don't have a blotch there. This paper's such a pleasure to paint on. It really is. Bit more paint. Whoopsie. Okay, gonna get a clean brush and just sort out this line here. See, that's how easy you're meant to be able to reactivate watercolours and move it like that. I'm good, thank you, Sam. It was a great match last night, it was. As usual, missed half the stream. That's okay, hun. There's always the option to watch back if you so wish. Okay, let's do this last sort of little bit in here. Whee. Yeah, I didn't want to come away from Jess's last night. I was having too much fun. Had really bad anxiety the night before, but seemed to sort itself out as soon as I got out of the house, and like I knew where I was going. I've been to Jess's before. It's always the night before for me that I find really difficult. It's that preparation bit. And panic of, you know, are the trains going to be running? Are they going to be on time? All that jargon. Okay, let's let that dry out. Move my palette. And we'll do the background on this one here as well. I was about to dip my paintbrush in the paint then. Reactivate my paint. Oh, it's this one, Zoe. I'm like, why is that end one wet? Duh, that's the one you're meant to be painting on, love. So that excited energy has got to come out and it turns into anxiety. At least that's what happens to me. Yeah. I used to go around my friend's house when I was at secondary school. I used to go around my friend's house and literally her mum would be waiting at the front door for me with the sick bucket. Because I would get so overexcited, I would literally be sick, physically sick. And it was like, you know, why am I like this? Why can I not be like quote unquote normal? Whatever normal is. My brain's just wired differently. I'm headbutting the camera, my bad. Hi Nikki. Hi everyone, this is making me want to get my watercolours out. Go for it, Nikki. I would love to see some art tacks if you want to have a little watercolour and play with me. That sounds wrong, but take it as you wish. Play along. I want to see what happens if I do dry here in this middle section. Whether it's going to dry the same. I'm going to have to mix up a bit more paint. Alright, we started with the cobalt. Hello, husband.
Hello.
You alright?
Yeah, I got the wrong pen.
The wrong pen?
Yes. Could I have a white glaze, please?
There isn't a white glaze. Would you like a white jelly roll or a
white
clear
jelly
glaze?
roll, yes, please.
Bear with me a second, guys.
I'm sorry, guys.
He's not.
I am.
He's not.
That's not white. It's clear.
Yeah, clear lid. White lid.
Mm-hmm.
Telltale.
I'm a divvy-div.
We know you're a divvy-dived.
Yeah. So, thank you very much. Sorry to bother your life. Goodbye, everybody.
Steve says hi and bye. Okay, let's get some white in there. Okay, then we're going to put a bit of the Prussian blue in. Give it a bit of a more greeny tinge, warmer tone. Yep. And then a bit more white. And we have the same colour. Ta-da! I love mixing paint up. I really do. Okay, wash the brush well. It's very calming to watch. It's very calming to do as well. I love doing watercolour. Hello, Steve. Goodbye, Steve. Yeah, I'll tell him you said hello, everyone. That's pretty much dried the same colour, hasn't it? So I don't really need to do wet on this paper. It's just all drying lovely. I would say that's near enough spot on the same colour. Didn't wet that bit. I don't think I need to. Just going to go on dry. Rinse my brush, dab off, and just pick a bit of it up. Hi Jess, hello, hello. How are you? I was just saying to everyone I didn't want to leave yours last night. I was having too much fun. I have been playing with watercolours in different books. So far we've tried Drôle de Chat. We've tried Karolina Kubikowska's Postcards. And now we are in the Tropical Wonderland Claire Trees Grey book, which is obviously watercolour, and they perform beautifully in here. I don't really need to paint in here to show you how well it is. I'm amazing because I have some beautiful new pencils. Jess told me about a steal that she found yesterday, and it is a steal and a half. You can announce what you got, Jess. Okay, so that is how they perform on this paper. I will leave that paint in there and do the other... Oh, I was going to do that one blue as well, weren't I? The other section's blue, and then these ones will be pink. We'll come back to that one in a minute. How did you find them in Drôle de Chat? I loved them. This is my paintbrush. I liked them. They're a bit harder to blend because it was like seeping into the paper rather than laying on top like a watercolour paper. But I managed to work with them, so there's no buckling, there's no bleeding. The paper has done its job. So yeah, thrilled. I've got the full set of Holbeins. She found them for a steal, Anne. An absolute steal of a price. Right, I'm going to hydrate again. Okay, I'm going to do a bit more on this page. I'd quite like to do the wash of water that they're in, that the paintbrushes are in. So, let's see, it's kind of a murky grey colour, like a Payne's grey, like so. So, it's kind of that colour that I had here. I might just reactivate that and see if I can do a wash with it. There should be enough pigment in there. Hopefully. Whoops. I'm going to take you up a bit and then zoom you in a bit, if I can. I have to move my water over to this side. There we go. I think that's better. I won't ask where you got them from because I'll be tempted, and I've got enough pencils. Paul said, gotta go and get pampered. I've booked a mani and a pedi. Ooh, lovely. We'll watch the replay later. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining, Paula. I hope you enjoy your mani and pedi. I'm very jealous. It was from a lady who reached out to me as she was destashing them. Just wanted to get them gone and got them for £75. It's crazy. 75 squiddly dids. Okay, I'm going to give my jar here a wash of water. So we'll start with the rim of the jar here. Like so, and the inside bit as well. And then go ahead and lay some colour on there. Okay. I also go quiet when I'm painting because I'm concentrating and enjoying the process. So that's the first layer of the rim of the jar. Okay. I'm not too worried about the highlights because I can always put those in with like white gel pen or something, so, or white paint neat on dry. So I'm just going to go over those. And really I need to be going over these paintbrushes as well, but I kind of want to paint them in before I put the wash over them, because then I can put a light wash over the top. I'm not sure if that's the right way around to do it or not, but it's how I'm going to do it. I think that's part of a paintbrush actually. We won't do that bit. It's a day of pencils, Jess, because you got your Holbeins and my Woomers came. Woohoo! And my order from Lyrica finally came too. Yay! Yeah, the water definitely, that's already all dried that I put on, so I need to try and do it a smaller section by section. Because that water's already dried. Okay. Just to let you guys know as well, I am planning on streaming tomorrow. Woo-hoo-mers, yep. I am planning on streaming tomorrow also. Wanting to do some more page hopping, if that's okay with you guys. Froggy. Where does the froggy come into it? Froggy. Oh, page hopping. Duh. Ignore me. Fantastic. I'm on my own again all day. What books are you page hopping in? I will be doing my Lulu Mayo one. I love doing my Lulu Mayo one. Friday is my busy day, but I'll pop in and out whenever I can. Yeah, no worries. No one's obligated to be here. I appreciate when you do come, but I know that life, you know, comes first, naturally. I'm not being too careful with the water here. I am, you know, using a little bit more water for these washes. It's still fine. I've got a new catchphrase, life before lives. Always, life before lives. Why is that dry? I literally just painted it. Spread out. A nice splotch there now. That's fine, Zoe. I reject your catchphrases. Lives are life. As someone who likes randomizers, I really do like the page hopping idea. Might need to give it a go myself. Yes, right. That makes it sound like we're addicted to these, Jess. I think I'm becoming a live stream junkie. I can't wait for the next one. Whenever the last one finished, it was so quiet this morning without a live stream. And here I am. Oh, you're making shortbread now. Stop, Rach. You're going to make me hungry. You are going to make me hungry. Oh, Nino, Nino. Not a day goes by without Nino, Nino. Okay. Looks like this little section here is also that colour, so we'll do that. Okay, so that's the base coat of that done. Yes, and I'm very grateful. I was starting to think, who can I message to do a live stream? And then I saw you were doing one. I was so happy. I'm here. Okay, slight buckling now. Whether you can see that. Slight buckling. No bleed through, but slight buckling. Ever so slight. So we're going to let that dry again. before working on the next layer. I'm basically page hopping watercolouring today. Okay, back to Karolina Kubikowska. I would send you some, but it's a 5-hour drive to Swindon. Don't know if I could take that. Just pop it in the post, rate. Should be fine. I will gladly take your shortbread off your hands, trust me. Love a bit of shortbread. Right, so we've got our green here that we used for these flowers. Leaves. They're not flowers, they're leaves. I'm going to reactivate that. And I want to darken it up a bit for our second layer. I'm going to see how this paper dried as well, because it was slightly buckling, wasn't it? Oh, nice. It's dried flat. Yeah, it's dried flat. Lovely jubbly. Let your paint dry between your layers, guys. Right, I want to darken up my leaf colour. Whoopsie daisy. Careful, Zoe. And put a bit of malachite green in there again. Yeah, when colouring, watercolouring, page hopping is perfect because you need it to dry in between segments. Yep. Okay, that's pretty much the colour I had it at, and now I'm going to add a tiny bit of black. There we go. I think I'm going to paint this on dry just so I have a bit more control over where I'm putting it. And this is basically, because I've not got like a coloured example, this is basically free roam of where I want to put the shading. I can use Carolina's sort of lines and things. Like so. Hi Rebecca, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Thank you for your comment. I answered it earlier. I'm doing a little bit of watercolouring. Currently playing in Karolina Kubikowska's postcard book. Picked one from the summer section that I wasn't too fond of, just to try out how watercolour behaves on this paper, and it's behaving nicely. I don't know how long you've been here for, but I've also tried watercolour in Drôle de Chat, which is this lovely French book, and it behaved lovely in there. I've just done the first layer of my jar, so that doesn't have any depth or anything to it yet, but I finished my paintbrush, which I'm quite happy with. And then I also based a couple of the squares in here from Rainforest Watercolour. But this is watercolour paper anyway, so it's lush. No idea what I'm doing on my stream today as I'm out of Adderall, and Thursday have lost the ability to make decisions. Ooh, give us options, Chris. Auntie Chris, see if we can help you. See if we can take away that decision paralysis. Okay, we'll work on this other leaf. Oops. What is Rebecca doing today? Are you busy packing paints? Good, you're alright, Zoe. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Haven't been active on my art account, but I need to sort through my colouring books and my desk and hopefully get my colouring mojo back. Best thing to do, hon? Just play. Do what your heart desires. That's how I've, managed to get mine back from when I was having a hard time mentally. I was just, originally I was getting myself to colour for at least an hour a day. Just whatever I wanted. I didn't need to finish the page. I could start as many as I wanted, and I was just allowing myself that freedom of colouring what I wanted when I wanted. And over time that's helped me, get my mojo back again. I just recommend sit down at your desk. Don't film if you don't want to. Just sit down and play. Lots of things going on YouTube that you'll feel free to join in on, like the page hopping live streams are a lot of fun. There's a lot of us that are doing them. There's myself, Jess, Adri, Nif, oh gosh, who else has done them? Jess, help me out. Finish a unicorn, start a June bug, see if I can fix a disaster or something else. Maybe do a tag. Which of those is appealing to you the most? Do you have one that's appealing slightly more than the other? Lucy Ford Arts, yes. Thank you. What kind of tag are you thinking? Hi Kate, good afternoon, how are you? Thank you for joining. Just going to go around this leaf again and see if I can darken it up slightly. Yes, but it changes as soon as I decide, bless you. that's those two leaves. I don't know whether I like that or not. May need a little bit more depth in it yet still. Can I suggest page hopping because that's great for short attention span? I would also think I would also suggest page hopping purely because I want to join in with you. So for selfish reasons, I suggest page hopping. I'm thinking of filming Adri's colouring bingo today. Nice. There's the revised Would You Rather and Adele's Colouring Sins bingo, but I have no working printer. Yeah. For my own selfish reasons, I'm going to say page hoppings. Thank you for the advice. I think about colouring all the time. It's just having that final push to start colouring again. I'm slowly working on a colouring page. It's the Care Bear colour by number. Nice. What is page hopping? So if I grab my book, where's my one? Here it is. So people are doing it mostly in Johanna Basford's Small Victories, but I decided to do something different because I'm me. So I went with A Million Sweet Things because this was uncoloured. And basically you have loads of different prompts on the wheel that are things featured in the book. You spin the wheel and whatever it lands on, you colour that thing. So here are my first 3 streams and the prompts that got picked. The last of which being birthday cake, which took me a whole stream to actually colour because it was a big birthday cake. So that was one prompt and I coloured that. But on the other streams we've had things like colour a hot air balloon, colour a bicycle. And you just, over time, colour a dinosaur, colour a crayon. Over time you build up your pages full of colour. And it's really, really fun and addictive. Colour a lucky cat, a bridge, leaves, a chair, which I haven't finished yet, a robot. It's just really fun and addictive. As a suggestion with decision paralysis, I get it all the time. Make a list of the things you want to do, randomise it, and do it for 15 minutes. If you're not feeling it, randomise something else. That's a good suggestion as well. I want to, Chris, are you using it now? I could do some page hopping. I think Small Victories is the only book I have that everyone else will have. It doesn't matter if everyone's got the book, Auntie Chris, because we will join in our own books with whatever prompt you spin. So like Jess yesterday was spinning Small Victories and I was joining in with that. Nif was doing Small Victories as well. Hi Kimberlyn, how did you get on? How did you get on? Let's bring this back. How did the watercolours go? So this is my Karolina Kubikowska book so far. I'm sort of on the second layer. I'm on the second layer of the jar on this page, but I finished the paintbrush. So this is the first layer so far. I need to do another one. And in this book, I just coloured 2 background squares. I'm just playing with my Karolina one at the moment. What randomizer do you use? We all use different ones, I think. I use an app called Spin the Wheel. And you just type in all the prompts yourself. Is Audrey page hopping in Worlds of Magic? Yeah, Audrey is, sorry. Audrey's page hopping in Worlds of Magic, yeah. Worlds of Wonder? It's a Johanna Basford book. My mind's gone blank. Sometimes having a randomizer making a decision for you helps, even if it's been something you don't want, you can just remove the idea, yeah. I think I might give it a go later once I've tidied up the kitchen. A bit can't leave a mess. That's good. Eat cake. I love cake. Plus prescription allergy eye drops and to take both H1 and H2 inhibitor until there's no more itching or swelling. Okay. Is there a ready list of prompts somewhere? Don't think so. It depends what's in your book, but Jess might be able to help you out. Yes, I'm volunteering Jess to help. There we go, we all are. Jess is on it. Okay, let's get back to painting. What time is everyone's stream? Because I don't want to run over anyone. So if you guys could give me UK times of what's next and at what time, that would be fantastic. I'm going to put a touch more black in this green. How about a random word generate if you don't have a prompt list? That might also work. You just have to respin the ones that aren't in your book. Chris is at 5 PM. Mine starts in 2 hours. Okay. When's Vera at 6:30? When's Adri? Page hopping does sound a lot of fun. Do I have to get the prompts from watching live streams, or can I create my own? For example, if the prompt is colour a cat, I can choose any colouring book. Yep, you can do what you want, how you want, Rebecca, as long as it brings you joy. You don't have to watch live streams to get the prompts. You can make your own prompt wheel based on the items that are in your book. Trying a bit of cross hatching here to make that a little bit darker. I don't feel my leaf is moody enough for Carolina Kubikowska's work. I don't think Adri streams today. Okay, so it's Auntie Chris and then Vera. Got it. Nope, no rules. You make up your own rules. Hi Raven, welcome, welcome. How are you? Thank you for joining. If you want some ideas, Rebecca, I have I have a watch list of all the page hopping I've done on my channel. I've been putting all of the page hopping live streams in a playlist, so if anyone wants to watch them, they're easily accessible, and I do them in like episodes, so they're numbered so you can find them easy. Oh, that's great. Sounds a lot of fun. I'll give it a try. I'll let you know how I get on. No worries. We've kind of all done it like I say, small victories or inklings are great for it. Steve has done it in RJ Hampson's Tiny Tales because those are tiny little images. I picked A Million Sweet Things because loads of random objects in here. You can do it over different books if you want, but I'd probably suggest doing it in a book that you kind of want to see pages build up over time on, rather than, you know, one that you don't mind having a bunch of whips in, so to speak. Hi Evie, good morning. Thank you for joining. Oh, Jess is also in a playlist. Fantastic. I need to do Jess's prompts from yesterday because Jess was, after I got home, Jess was still spinning the wheel and doing some prompts. And bless her, she sent me the list of the ones she was doing so I could do them as well. Adri deserves all the credit for using a prompt wheel to inspire page hopping. Yeah. Credit where due. It's a fantastic idea and a lot of us have just jumped on the trend and are absolutely loving it. Now we've got like the queen of painting in here, Rebecca. Rebecca, by the way, if you don't know, is Rebecca from the Art Spirits. So if you're not subscribed to Rebecca, she has 2 channels. The one that she's currently on my live stream, and the Art Spirits. So if you're not following her, please go and check out her content. She does colouring in colouring books and painting over both channels. Please go show her some love. She's an amazing lady who deserves lots of love. I'll be making one very, very soon for Inklings. Yes, I gave Jess my Inklings book yesterday and she sat at the table counting all the different victories in there and sort of making notes and things, making lists during Nif's live stream. I'm subscribed to the Art Spirit. Such fun watercolours. Yes, Rebecca makes amazing pretty watercolours, metallic watercolours. Rebecca, we need a new set. We need a new set. Any chance of new paints coming soon? Can we have the inside scoop? Thank you, Zoe and Jess. We'll catch up on watching some of your videos as I haven't watched colour on YouTube for a while, so this is a great opportunity. Yeah. How do I pronounce your name? TX Cactus and Crayons. Is it Jana? Please let me know. Thank you and welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Colouring Bumblebee. What constitutes very soon? Later today. Nirvana, yes, perfect. I have a lot of colouring books I haven't touched, so when I take part, I will do it only in one book. Okay, I'd love to know which one you choose and how you get on with it. Maybe that could be like an idea for a video, Rebecca, if you're wanting to record as well. Obviously no pressure. But if you're just wanting to do it for fun, I'd love to know how you get on. Am I doing okay here in building up the colour on these leaves, Rebecca? I feel this one's quite pale and may need a little something something. I think I'm going to page and book hop between Small Victories and Inklings because I have both. Yes, that's what I was asking Jess to do yesterday. She was like, shall I wait and just do Small Victories first and then do Inklings later? And I was like, no, do both. Do both at the same time, alternate. No what? No what? Right, I'm going to do some really dark green for those tiny little leaves. So I'm going to put some olive green. I'll do it in the same palette, I think. Some olive green in here. Like so. But if Jess has the need to finish a book, which she does like the idea of, I can see her wanting to do Small Victories first, but I get bored, so book hopping it will also be for me. Just don't limit me to one book. I mean, no one has to follow anybody. You all do what you want to do at the end of the day. There are no rules, you make your own rules. Okay, I may want a tiny bit darker than that. Okay, see how that goes. Thank you, Dawn. There's not much to it yet, just some leaves, but I'm going to paint these tiny leaves here. With what Audrey calls my one bristle brush. Should probably think about doing some kind of wash for the background on this. Right, I'm just saying I can see how Jess likes to finish things, yeah. So wasn't your channel name something different a while back? Yes. So originally I was addicted to colouring, but my name wasn't searchable on YouTube. So then I changed it to Zoe's Cozy Colouring. And then I got some notifications from publishers saying that they only wanted to send me cozy books, not, you know, any other books for review, because they felt that that would fit my channel better. And I was like, hang on a minute, I'm a variety colorist. I don't just colour cute and cozy. So let's get rid of that. So now we're on Zoe's Colourful Creations, sorry. And we're staying here, we're going nowhere. We're sticking with this one now. This is me. We are Zoe's Colourful Creations. Okay, Addicted to Colouring was the channel I used to watch. Couldn't find you. Oh no! I'm here. I am here. I'm glad you found me again. There's another book which I would quite like to try something in, but I'm a little bit nervous because I love it so, and it arrived this morning. You guys want to see? Whilst those leaves are drying. Closing my eyes for 20 minutes, still listening. Yeah, you're fine. Lurking still. Yep, no problem. Lurk away and sleep if you need to. I'm gonna go grab it. In fact, I'm gonna bring both over. Sneak peek at the next haul. 100% Grogu arrived. So again, in this one we have line art images, we have colour by numbers, we have mosaics, we have mandalas and dot to dots. And look, he's so freaking cute. Got on the tube this morning and this live was in my feed. Me too, yay! Yeah, YouTube is pushing my content out at the moment, which thank you YouTube, I really appreciate it. Had another lady contact me this morning to say I'd been recommended to her on her feed, so thank you YouTube. So yeah, that's this book. Oh, and there's some like fun ones like this too. And then if I go to the back of the book, I can show you the solutions for the colour by numbers. So we have these ones. I will show you which my favourite is when I get to it. Love little Grogu. Then we have these ones. This is a dot to dot. We have these ones. And this one. We have these ones. It's going to use a lot of my sort of tones I wouldn't normally use, I think, which will be good. And this one. And then my next one, my favourite one's on the next page. Whoops, look at this with all the flowers and colour, well, it's not flowers, colourful leaves. How stunning will that be? Ah, love it. All those pretty colours. And we've got these, this one, and these two. And then for reference, these are some of the other 100% books. So we've got 100%, 200% and 300% Stitch, because one apparently isn't enough. We then have the Bambi, the Simba one and the Winnie the Pooh. So yeah, and now Grogu. Woohoo! But, ooh, hello. But this is the book that I was on about watercolouring in. I got the Small World colouring book because it's cute. Yeah. Look at these illustrations. Look. I'm just going to show you this side because then you can see the lovely art. They're so gorgeous. And look at the deer and the little dog with the rain mac on. Seriously. So cute. Put a cute animal on the page. You know I'm going to be getting it. Look at this. What pretty colours. Gorgeous for autumn. So cute. Love all the florals. And that was the last page. So adorable. Does it say how many are in there? No. 1, 2, so thick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, whoa, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Why an odd number? Unless I miscounted, there's 23. Oh my goodness, so cute. Yes. Zoe, how is Bunny? Bunny is good. She's making a mess in her pen, but what's new? I will be getting this. I saw Small Worlds on my Instagram yesterday and now it's in my wish list. Yeah. It's on my wish list, but I'm now in save mode again, so I'll probably talk about placing an order for 6 months. Fair. Just like with my first lyrical order, yeah. Oh my god, this is such a cute book. I almost want it, but I know it's not my colouring style. That's fair. I try and stay away from Lyrica, but it keeps pulling me in. Oh my gosh, don't. Me and Jess were on there last night when I got home. And I was like, oh, look, this is coming out. And then she went, oh, did you know they're bringing out a Lion King colour by number, just all Lion King. I was like, oh my gosh, no, I need the link now. Added to basket. Added to wish list. And then I was like, oh look, this is coming out and this is coming out. Do you have to pay taxes if you're ordering from Amazon US and you're from the UK? Good question, Kate. I've never ordered from Amazon US to the UK before, so I wouldn't know. Anyone else that can help Kate out? Cute book, it is indeed. Thank you for streaming. This has really helped potentially get my colouring mojo back. Take care. Hopefully be in a live stream soon. Take care and take care, everyone. Thank you for joining, Rebecca. Have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you for popping in. Because there is a title page which makes 24. Is it a sewn book? If so, it has signatures which have to be configured in a certain number. I think it's glue bound. It's got one of those sort of lay flat spines. And when I was turning the pages, I did feel one slightly pop up at the end. Obviously, I don't want to tease it and help it do that, but I do believe it's glue bound. But yeah, that's Small World Carnet de Coloriage by Ellen Lescott, however you pronounce it. Bye Zoe, see you Friday. Take care, Dawn. I haven't ordered from US but placed an order from Canada and it's tax free if it's under $100, I believe, but don't quote me on that, and it may be different in the US. Bye Jana, thank you for joining. I'm gonna actually hop off in about 9 minutes, so yeah, I'm gonna maybe play with one of the petals on here and then I'm gonna jump off. Or shall we finish doing the leaves? Because I've got the colour for that. Steve is coming home here at about 4 o'clock, I believe. And then he's popping to Aldi to get me some mushrooms. Because we're going to have spaghetti bolognese tonight. I think I might play a little bit of COD before Auntie Chris's stream. And then in between cooking, try and join in on the page hopping fun if that's what you're doing. Batcha, mushroom. Batcha, mushroom. What was the other one? There was a one. Speaking of COD, I think I'm due a gaming catch-up soon. We can arrange that, Rach. Can arrange that indeed. Not really been playing much PlayStation lately or much Switch, but I have been getting the itch to reorganise my desk and do some more in the on the gaming setup. So yes. What are you currently trying to get the platinum trophy for? I think that's a petal there. That's meant to be water, but it's got a slight green tinge to it. Snake! That was it. Snake! Been playing Cyberpunk 2077. I've been really enjoying it. Nice. Zoe is the lady that had... Oh, sorry. Yeah, you asked me that earlier. I'm so sorry. I forgot. So she's okay. She's staying around a friend's house for a couple of days. But she's okay. She had smoke inhalation, but luckily that was all. So yeah, she's okay. She's safe and staying around a friend's house. I'm assuming when our sort of manager / warden gets back from her vacation, she will maybe reassess the lady to see if she's safe to live by herself. So yeah, but at the moment she's safe and well. Sorry for not answering that earlier. I completely got distracted. Hi Vera. Hi lovely, how are you? We'll be lurking, trying to work a bit in my pet room. Hope my head will feel better tonight. Oh, bless you. Cute illustration. Thank you. It's Karolina Kubikowska. I picked this one just to see how the paper behaves with watercolour. There's a Nino outside again. Try to get through the traffic by the sounds of it. Okay, that's all the leaves based. Cute illustration. Kate, would you be willing to share which book? I'm glad she's okay. Me too. Me too. Hopefully our warden will also sort out the fact that the fire doors did not close. So, yeah. There's that. What colour flowers should I do? I'm kind of thinking yellowy orange or something. With like a nice bright blue eye, maybe? I didn't get around to using my Gansai Tambis today, did I? Oops. Birds in the Forest. Is that Denise Collette? Can you not get that here, Kate? Have you tried like Blackwell's and like eBay, Waterstones? Is it Denise Collette? That's not bright blue, Zoe. That is dark blue. Let's take some pigment out of that. There we go, that's better. been distracted too. Sorry, you're fine, Sam, don't worry. Hi, Lou. Hi, lovely. How are you? Long time no see. Hope you are doing well. Okay, that's the eyes done. I think I'm going to go for the yellowy orange that I had in mind. So we'll probably do a base of a nice yellow. Oh, it's past. I just want to play with one petal. This is just called yellow. I'm going to make quite a bit of it up. I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. How are you and Steve? We're good, thank you. I'll see if I can find it for you, Kate, or Jess, if you're there, would you mind checking to see if you can find Birds in the Forest? I'm not sure if it's one of Denise's that has gone out of publication. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of orange in this yellow because I don't want it so bright yellow. Kind of want it in betweeny. I'm sleuthing as we speak, thank you. I might put a tiny bit of brown in it. It's kind of made it ochre-y. Whether that's what I want or not, I don't know. Okay, I think that'll do. Oh, it's a Zen Doodle book. Birds in the Forest Zen Doodle book. I've not heard of that one. Right, which petal shall we play with? Let's do this one here. Oh, I need to wet on wet. Hang on. Okay, now I can put some on. And we kind of need like an orange mixture made up as well, don't we? To put into it while it's wet. Okay, let's try this. Is that still wet? Yeah. Okay, that's fine for the first layer. That's gone on dry. Never mind. If you go on the website Blackwell, search for Birds in the Forest, it's available for £15.67. There you go, Kate. Hi, Audrey. Where has the day gone? I know. It's another quick day, just flown by. I'm actually jumping off here now, Audrey, I'm afraid, but feel free to watch the live stream back if you like. Auntie Chris, are you still here? Got slight buckling there, but it dried out last time, so it dried flat. I'm not too bothered by that. Perturbed, that's the word I was trying to think of. Yeah, if Auntie Chris is still here, I think she was thinking of doing some page hopping later, Audrey. If you wanted to join in, she's going to be live at 5 o'clock. And then we have our lovely Vera live at 6:30 tonight. Okay, finally organised the whole binds in the order I want. Time to add it to the swatch book. Nice. So, here is my painting on this paper so far. Quite like the yellow-orange, I have to say. And then our paintings in the other book. We have the paintbrush in the jar, which I'll do some more of. Now close that book because it's dry. And also I started a couple of squares in the Rainforest watercolour book. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. If you'd like me to do some more painting on lives, do let me know, and I'll do a session. And like I said at the start, I will be doing other Let's Plays with other things like pastels, markers, pencils, all that good fun stuff. So yeah. Lovely colour, the yellow-orange. Yeah, I really like it. I will deepen that up a little bit once that dries as well. But, well, you can see there's slight buckling at the minute, but last time there was, it dried pretty flat, so we'll see what happens. I missed it. Is Chris going live? Auntie Chris is live at 5. Live at 5, and then you are live at 6:30, if that's correct, UK time. Guess what's just arrived? Your lyrical order! Message me, Jess, please. Very nice. Thanks for streaming. You are welcome. Guess what's arrived? Thanks for the streamer. Bye. Thanks for streaming. You are welcome. It was lovely to be here with you all, and I hope to see you in the chats later this evening. Until then, take care everyone, and happy colouring. Bye-bye. Thanks, Audrey. It's appreciated. Yes, thought so, Audrey. Bye, everyone.